It's live.
Just letting people know we're live.
We live? We're live.
We're live. We're live. We're live. We're live. Excuse me. I'm just letting people know.
Right, whilst
on
Bobby
Instagram.
does his posts and tell everyone we're live, I want to introduce everyone. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Late Night London, episode 3.
Episode 3.
Episode 3. Before we jump in, as always, 80% of you who keep tuning in still aren't subscribed. So please take a second now, hit the subscribe button. Also, as we're going live now, make sure you turn on a notification bell. That way you'll be notified whenever we go live or as soon as we post content. So make sure you do that. Also, if you haven't already subscribed to the new Late Night London YouTube channel, the link's below. So make sure you go and do that as well. We're going to do other weekly interviews in there. So make sure you do that. With that all being said, let's jump into the topics.
Yep.
There's a lot to talk about. So some of you requested, can you tell us the topics in advance? So we're going to do that now. We're listening.
Okay.
So we're talking about the 2022 BRIT Award nominations. I don't even know if anyone cares about.
There's a class of 2022 if they're nominated for the year before.
But that's what the headlines say.
Okay, I hear that.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I'm just going on the headlines.
Yeah.
You got a good point.
Yeah.
So it's true. No, I suppose it's the nominations for the event because it's happening next year. So anyways, we're talking about Malta becoming the first European country to legalize cannabis. We're going to talk about the Jake Paul versus Tyron Woodley fight results. More of a sad story. We're going to talk about a mother of 2 sets of twins that died in the house fires. Just tragic, man. Hard to think about. We're talking about the Premier League clubs. They're fulfilling all of the fixtures despite being told by the government they should cancel the events. They're like, no, we're going ahead. And then lastly, we're talking about a man that was convicted of killing a pensioner 20 years ago, but he was convicted after a DNA breakthrough as well. So there's a lot to talk about. Where do you want to jump in?
Let's start light. BRIT Awards 2022, 2021.
Firstly, in the comment section, does anyone care about the BRIT Awards anymore? Is it a thing that people are, BRIT Awards? I didn't really know that it was a.
I don't think people care as much, but I think the artists still want to be recognized for the work that they do.
Okay.
I think with anyone, any walk of life, if you do a piece of work,
You want a
a piece of
recognition.
service, you want recognition for it. So yeah.
So it's more actually the people that are getting nominated care than the actual people.
I mean, artists, I don't care about it, but when they're nominated, oh my God, guys, vote for me and just be nominated. So it's
How does it even work? Who nominates? Is it just like a panel of people?
Yeah,
Like,
there's a panel of people.
public don't vote, do they? They always say thank you
I
for
mean,
the
they
public.
say
but
the
where?
I think they say
Have
the
you ever
public
seen
vote.
a link to vote in your life?
Yeah, I think there has been linked to vote.
Really?
But I don't think it really counts because if you can be. Just have the most fans, and then someone picks you because you had the most fans. So it's a bit like the mobile wars. I mean, I was told about that as well. Just literally a panelist of people who decide and say, we're going to go for this person.
I think that's already where the unconscious bias comes from.
Yeah,
You're already lost when you just got a panel because it's just their opinion
but at the same
and their
time,
taste.
But I think it is better to have a panel of diverse people than having.
Is it diverse though? I'd love to see that panel.
That's the thing. I think they're trying to make
The
it more
BRIT
diverse
Awards.
now.
I wonder.
But I mean, we'll go for the nominations. They're trying to go a bit diverse, but I think it's better than just having fans vote. Because when it's fans, if you've got the most fans,
Basically,
you just
whoever's
win.
the most Instagram, TikTok followers
There
wins.
you go.
Basically,
Just go on TikTok, say, guys, vote for me, and you won. So yeah, I think that this way is a bit better. But we need to know who the panelists are. To be fair,
yeah, we should find that out. All right. So first, the album of the year. So nominations are Adele, Dave, Ed Sheeran, Little Sims, and Sam Fender, which I actually don't even know what that is.
okay. I mean,
That's so deep that I don't know.
for me, I don't know who the last person is.
You don't know who it is either?
Sam.
I thought it was just me.
Oh no, I don't know who that is. The
The
other four, any of them could win it. To be fair, I mean, most likely to be Adele.
I know. I was about to say.
But you never know. The panelists might try to be diverse and go, oh, let's go for someone else. But Dave had a good album. Ed Sheeran's got a massive album. And to be fair, I've not heard Adele's album yet. Normally, I'm someone who Adele drops, I'm there listening. I've not had a chance.
I know people
yet.
have been going crazy over it though.
Yeah.
Who do you think's missing?
To be fair, I don't really listen to mainstream
Albums. Is there not an album in there that you would like to have seen?
Not mainstream. I think everyone knows the album who have put out albums this year is people who I guess wouldn't be
You don't
in the
want to see
Brits
like a
Award.
Gets in there.
I mean, Gets could have been in there.
I feel like that album.
Is the album not in there?
So
What's he up for? He's up for Mel.
He's let me check. Yeah, he's up for something.
But then again, like I love Gets and big respect.
He's not
to Gets all
mainstream.
the
Is that what you're
time.
gonna say?
No, he's mainstream. I mean, he's at the Brits Award, but we're looking at the super heavyweights of Ed Sheeran, and Adele, and I think you put Dave in there. So can you put a Dave and a Gets in there? Why not? I guess, but I don't see Gets winning Best Male, even though it could be nice for him to be nominated. To be fair, and like Gets has been doing it a long time, so maybe he should have got the recognition. I think he won Best Male, Best Album at the Brits. No, he won Best Male.
Is that what it was?
Mobile Best Male.
I'm not saying that we should turn the sound up. Norman, just for you. Better not be trolling, bro. I gotta turn the sound up just for you.
All right, Norman. Oh, I realized I could even see it from here myself, can't I? Is that all better, Norman?
Just for you, Norman. You know, we can't upset Norman. So should be fine now.
Real Rose said Black Lives Matters down bad. Why is that? Got not enough nominations? Is that what you're saying?
I have no idea what do you mean by that. Let us know what you mean by that.
But I think, you know what? We have to look at it for what it is, right?
Maybe that is what he means, actually. Yeah. I don't know. He'll let us know.
But what it is, the Brits Award is the Brits Award. So we have to say that the Mobile Awards is sort of recognises black music and urban music per se, and the Brits will be a bit more diverse. So there'll be people from all over across it. So we can't have everyone in that category, to be fair, because they have to sort of have different genres. So they have to have a bit of pop. Who's the other guy? Sam. They have to have that Sam guy in there. He has to be in there.
You have to have that Sam guy.
And shout out to Sam. I don't know who you are, but you've been nominated for a Brit Award, so you're doing something great that I don't know about, but you've done it. Well done. Well done to you.
Well done, Sam.
What's the other categories?
Other categories, Artist of the Year, and it's the same people.
Who's it?
The same list.
The exact same list.
Adele, Dave, Ed Sheeran, Little Sims, and Sam. That's a bit mad, isn't it?
Sam, you're doing well, Sam.
Who is that guy? He paid him off.
Nah, Sam's
Maybe
doing well.
Maybe it's just being you. Maybe he's huge.
Nah, I think he has to be huge. Yes, we've not tapped into it.
Like we said, it could be a girl. It could be a...
Artist of the Year, again, it could be any one of them, to be fair.
All right, okay. Best Group of the Year. Without you knowing. Who should be in there?
All right. Obviously, Lil Mix will be in there, right?
Yep.
And that's they're gone on the days where you knew all the groups, because I don't know if there's any indie bands in there, but I think, and I know this, to be fair, DBE are in there, and I think they should win it. For what they do.
They should. They had a crazy year.
They've had a crazy year, and I think they should win
it. By the way, D Block Europe, if people didn't know.
D Block Europe guys, I think they should be in it, just because they're selling that tours, they're doing everything independently.
All independent, yeah.
All independent, and it's also a good sign for the community to say, you know what, bro, actually a black group, not just a black individual, a black group are going to win a Brit Award. So yeah, you guys win it, man. Who else is in there, by the way?
There is Coldplay. Again,
well, that's massive. Did Coldplay drop this year? They must have.
They're in there. They're in there.
I used to know these things, you know.
I know. London Grammar?
I know them, but I've not tapped into what they've dropped. It's so crazy because I used to be a Capital FM guy, and
so you get to know all the
and the BBC Radio 1. Sometimes I used to listen to
and then Wolf Alice. I don't know what that is.
No idea at all.
Sounds like a rock band, like an indie rock maybe.
Wolf Alice, yeah.
Sounds like an indie, but maybe people in the chat are like, you lot just don't know nothing.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm sorry, everyone. We don't know these people as well. Yeah, Norman said thanks. You can hear us fine now.
Brilliant, Norman.
Real Roll said Jake Paul knocking out bare black people.
I mean, Jake Paul, he got paid.
Let's get to it. Oh, wait, we'll get to it. Yeah. We'll get to it. So Artist of the Year and Album of the Year, same people, basically. And then Best Group. So who do you think is winning that then?
I'm hoping DBE goes. I'm going for DBE.
Yeah?
I'm going for it, yeah.
I want that to be the case, but just... You know, if it's fan based, you know they ain't gonna ever win. No. There's too many fans of Coldplay.
But but the thing is, right? The young people, the young people are voting now though, and it's not global, it's UK, right?
Oh, that's true.
Coldplay fans are like maybe 35s onwards, and are they sitting down? Oh, let me vote for Coldplay.
That's a good point.
The young people, DBE, guys, vote for us for the Brits, and then all the young fans.
Yeah, I'm with you then. All right, let's put the money on that. Song of the Year. It's a massive list, bro. So it's A1 and J1, Latest Trends, Adele, Easy on Me, Anne Marie and KSI, Don't Play, Becky Hill, David Guetta, Remember, Central C, Obsessed With You, Dave featuring Stormzy, Clash, Ed Sheeran, Bad Habit. This is bare, dude. Like Elton John, Dua Lipa, Cold Heart. Who else? KSI, Holiday, Tion Wayne and Russ, Millions, Body. That's got to be in there, innit? You know, you knew that had to be in there. And then Tom Grennan, a little bit of love. I don't know who that is.
For me, there can only be two winners here. It's either Adele or Body. Body for what it's done for Russ and Tion Wayne and just the industry. The first dual song to go #1. It's the biggest. I think it was the most watched used song on TikTok in Britain this year. But then you look at the juggernaut, which is Adele
and Ed Sheeran.
Yeah, I mean, but Adele had 30 million views in a day.
It's Adele, though, isn't it?
I know. Where do you go from there? From when your song can do that in a day, should be no other winner. But I think Body, just for what it done for the whole genre of drill, is in there. Man. All the rest
and the remixes as well that he did.
Yeah, I mean, I'm talking about more about the remix, to be fair, because that's what amped up a bit more. But so it's definitely between the two. But I'll definitely go with. Yeah, I'll go with.
We're going with the people we want to win, I think, rather than what we'll win.
I mean, you never know, because people might still be feeling under pressure because the whole Black Lives Matter thing. Okay, we need to meet that diversity quota, but I think the best people should win.
That's the thing, though. Now, isn't it? They're like so worried about voting one way or the other. Yeah. Because if it's like too many like black people, then all the white people get upset, and then vice versa. You can't win.
And the thing is, you need to find that balance, but also do it on merit. And I think Body does it on merit for what it done in regards to getting drill to a place in #1, not just in the UK but across the world.
Amazing.
However, when you get 29 million a day, like how can anyone compete with that? To be fair,
yeah. But again, whether that panel of, I'd love to know that if anyone in the chat can find who is the panel of how like that BRIT Awards is judged and who are they, I'd be really interested. Post the link in there because that'd be interested to know.
Yeah,
because it really depends on their taste, their like exposure. Because they might not, if they're all white middle-aged people, then no one's choosing.
And it's all Coldplay after that, yeah.
And Adele.
Yeah.
It's done. All right, best new artist. Who do you think's in there first and foremost?
Central C has to be in there.
He's #1.
#1, okay.
In the list. You got Griff, Joy Crooks, Little Sims. Yeah, and then Self Esteem.
Only know Little Sims and Central C. So you guys kind of understand my musical taste lately. It's not Capital FM anymore. It's more Capital Extra. But Central C's had a massive year. Incredible year. And I think he still gets played down.
You reckon?
Like, yeah, he still gets played down. People, I mean, I was watching something the other day with all, shout out all Lippy and Margs and that. And he didn't get best male. Best.
Nominated at all.
No, they were doing like a thing that they do with JD Sports on a podcast. And I said this, right? Sometimes when you become too commercial or too successful, people don't kind of fuck if you no more.
Like Stormzy.
Stormzy.
Stormzy's the perfect example of
Dave
that.
A little bit is getting that, and then even Dave was in that category, and they didn't choose him. And I think Central C is they put him in that category as well. Whereas if you're kind of hood and you're kind of still underground, everyone still rocks with you. So yeah, but I think Central C, I think he's had a massive year, and I think he's at a place right now where he deserves to be best newcomer.
What do you think about why he's popped off so much compared to everyone else?
I still don't get it, because up until last year I didn't know who the hell Central C was.
Me neither. This year, like I was like, whoa.
I never. But he's been around apparently for ages. I think he was on one of Youngen's remix tunes back in the day. But I was never aware of him.
He just exploded.
Yeah, and it's literally like exploded to the point of where he's doing better than everyone else by a country mile. Like crazy, but I don't know. Some people that say that whole thing. He's an industry plant and so on. I don't know whether the case.
They love it.
They love that. But
the industry
for
plant.
me, to be fair, he deserves every success he's getting because of the work rate, and he makes songs that people like. He makes songs that appeals to the genre that he wants, basically, and he appeals to everyone. And big up Central C, man. And Little Sims as well. Like her
Who do you
album.
think's missing in there? Who should new artists? Someone mentioned Pot of Paper. The chat.
You know what? Pot of Paper. If they had put Pot of Paper, but that's the thing. Pot of Paper has been going on for years.
So you can't put him as new artist.
But if we're saying that Central C also been going on for years as well, so I guess that when you become sort of known to the mainstream, I guess, then you're a new artist, I guess.
Yeah, what does it even mean?
So if that is the case, then Pot of Paper 100%, because that would have been a massive
thing. Quite a few people have said Central C is just popular because of the girls.
You reckon?
The girls really like him.
Yeah, it could be the case. But girls like a lot of people. So, I don't know, but I think...
That does help, though. It's like the Justin Bieber thing.
Yeah.
If Justin Bieber didn't look like Justin Bieber, he wouldn't be Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
To be fair.
But Ed Sheeran...
Ed Sheeran's still massive and crazy. And
no, but he wasn't the traditional... Yeah, exactly. He wasn't the traditional... He got there on his talent.
Yeah.
And his merit.
Yeah.
So...
I don't know. I think, I mean, Little Sims, but what you saying about Pot of Paper, I think if they had nominated him, that would have been huge. But I think there still might be that whole scared factor because the Brits is a bit Brits. And
Norman helped us out in the chat. He said the winners and nominees of the BRIT Awards are determined by a voting academy of over 1,000 members, which comprise, this is an important one, of record labels, publishers, managers, agents, media, and previous winners and nominees.
So you could be like, yo, you man, I beg you all vote for my thing. Here's 10 racks. It could still be.
That's the thing, though. Again, if you're not signed to a big record label as part of this nomination, then you ain't getting anywhere.
Unless people really fuck with you. And I think, for example, Pot of Paper, if he did get it, that would have been amazing. But I think they might be scared just because the whole him coming out of prison and it's the Brits might be a bit too soon.
They don't want to glamorize.
I don't know.
I
don't know.
Yeah, and he said someone said Little Sims has been around for years too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think it's just when people have that breakthrough year, maybe it shouldn't be new artists. Maybe it should be breakthrough act because you finally broken through.
That's it, because that is a category somewhere else. It's like MTV or some shit like that. I think that used to be awards,
I think
breakthrough artists.
Yeah, I think it used to be called breakthrough artists. To be fair, they might have
What about best international artist? So, who do you think's in there? Not obviously.
I'd love to say Wizkid, but I doubt it.
Nah.
Drake.
Nah.
No.
Kanye? Nah, it's bait ones though. You know every single one of these people. Proper bait.
Justin Bieber?
Nah. So you got Billie Eilish.
Oh, yep, okay.
You knew that Doja Cat?
I like Doja Cat.
Yeah, same.
I like her.
Although Tasha rinses songs in the car way too much sometimes. Lil Nas X.
Okay.
Olivia Rodrigo. And then Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is just always relevant.
I don't know who Olivia is, but that's the thing. I'm so not.
No, Olivia Rodrigo is huge.
I don't know
because every time I go on bloody Spotify, it's recommended her tracks.
Okay, I don't know.
And she's always in the number one. Like,
I think before I used to listen to a lot of American stuff. I've become so much of a support of UK sound and UK music that I didn't even know Taylor Swift dropped anything this year. To be fair, I don't. Yeah, I wouldn't know that Taylor Swift dropped anything this year. So, I mean, why is Wizkid not there? Why is Drake not there? Kanye, they've dropped some massive albums this year.
Yeah, I know. How is Kanye not in there after that album? And Drake.
Yeah, maybe just egos or everything.
That's crazy. That's true. How are they not in there? That's crazy. I got to read this comment from Joseph because it's just, I don't even know what it means, but it just made me laugh. But is Bobby's long and hard Peckham log going to the BRIT Awards? What does that even mean?
long and hard log.
Is Bobby's long and hard Peckham log going to the BRIT Awards?
I'm not being invited to the BRIT Awards, and my log won't be going there either. What the hell?
I don't even know what that means. That is greetings from across the pond. What's up, Lonesome? Where when you say across the pond, where
you mean US, right? Across the pond, New York.
It could be. There's a lot of ponds between us and the world. There's other parts of the world,
But it's normally across the pond. It doesn't normally mean US.
So funny. All right, best international group. Best international artist. So yeah, Billie Eilish, Doja Cat, Lil Nas. I think Lil Nas X is gonna win, or Billie Eilish.
I'm not familiar with. I mean, their songs too much. I know Lil Nas X has a few controversial things that he's done, but
maybe he won't now. Actually, you're right because of some of the things he did as well. Billie Eilish is probably gonna win. Yeah. She's huge. All right, best international group. I don't know any of these. Actually, I do know that. Of course, I know some of these people. I don't know why I just said that. You got ABBA, which I just can't even believe is even. Yeah, that just threw me off.
Have they come back?
My mum must have been buying albums. Everyone's parents must have been out buying albums. Because I didn't know ABBA was. I think actually they got a show at the O2.
Okay, really?
I think I saw something like that.
How old are ABBA now?
BTS. That's that Korean group.
You're telling me. I thought BTS was Bitcoins. I normally see what people say. I know, buy your BTS.
No, Main Skin, Silk Sonic, sick. You know who Silk Sonic is?
No idea.
You don't know who Silk Sonic is?
No.
Hey,
I don't know.
You know who Silk Sonic is, right? No.
Never heard of
Are
them.
you serious?
What did they do? What's the genre?
Listen, I'm letting the chat. Someone in the chat just type who are the 2 artists that make up Silk Sonic just to save Bobby's life right now. I'm waiting for the chat. We'll catch up later with the chat because that is disgraceful. So you don't know. What about War on Drugs? No. That sounds like a documentary.
Is that actually a group?
That's a group. Bro.
And it's normally people like that who have that name, War on Drugs, which are the people taking the drug the most. So they're the
ones that are shotting them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
They're like, we're creating a war on drugs.
Yeah.
We're shotting them. I'm still waiting for the chat to make sure that they know it too, who Silk Sonic is, because I feel like
never heard of them.
I have faith in your audience, Bobby, all right? Yes. Leroy, that's one half of the duo. Who's the other half? Come on, Leroy, I believe in you.
Who's the first half?
Bruno Mars.
Okay.
It's his new, and Anderson .Paak, exactly, Leroy. Smashed it. How do you not know who that is?
I don't know who Anderson .Paak is.
Is it? Are you serious?
I know Bruno Mars.
I wish right now I could just play a song for you because you know the song.
No, I know Bruno Mars.
They smashed.
Bruno Mars. I love Bruno Mars. I love Bruno Mars music. I love his sound, but I don't know who's that? Who Paak?
Anderson
.Paak.
You don't know who that is?
No.
How am I telling you, educating who these people are?
I know who Bruno Mars is. I don't know who Anderson .Paak is.
Bro,
but like
man.
I said, I'm more sort of entrenched in UK music now. I don't
But
really.
dude, it's just the songs are just mad.
But what? I know, but where they're playing their music?
Everywhere. Every radio station.
What's your Spotify? What do you call it?
It just recommends
your playlist.
It's just recommended.
It's recommending what you listen to. So my recommendation will
But
have.
Have you never turned on the radio in the last year?
No.
All right, that's probably why. I don't know, bro. I don't know. All right, we'll give up on that. Listen to the tracks when you get home. Listen to some.
Homerton Pack. Anderson Paak.
Did you say Homerton Pack? Is that what you just said? What did you just say?
I said Omerson, or I don't know, but
Anderson
Paak.
Oh, you're dead, bro. You need to go sleep.
There you go.
All right. Best international song. All right, this is too many here, man. This is long.
I mean, do we care about international songs?
Nah, let's forget about it.
Yeah.
All right, Rising Star. Brit's Rising Star in Britain. I don't know any of these people. Holly Humberstone.
Oh, what just people want to come up
Bree
in it?
Runway.
Oh, shout out Bree Runway. I'm not too familiar with her music.
Why does it say winner? Has it already been announced? It says win next to it. I don't know. Maybe they announced that first.
No, Bree Runway's from Hackney, so yeah. So big up. You know, we got the whole Hackney week.
Apparently she didn't win though. Apparently the Holly won. But
Holly won.
Well, it says winner next to it.
Okay, damn.
All right, best dance. Like dance music, like Becky Hill, Calvin Harris, Fred again.
Yeah.
Joel, Corey, and Ray. I only know Calvin Harris and Fred again.
Yeah.
I don't know anyone else. Best pop and R&B.
I got issues with this one. I have issues with this category. I saw it the other day, and why are you mixing pop with R&B? It's like they're too scared to have R&B in its own category. It's like, okay, we kind of have to mix it in with pop, which is sort of massive popular.
Is that what you're trying to say?
That's what they're trying to say. That
who's making a lot of is R&B? Is there a lot of people still making R&B though?
R&B is making a comeback, a slow comeback. But either just don't put it in a category and leave it as pop, but don't mix R&B and just kind of. If for me, it's like you're trying to meet a quota. Say, okay, let's put this because I mean, who's in that category, and which one of them does R&B?
I don't know.
I mean, what's the category?
Oh, you're saying, say it again? Sorry, what's your I
what's the
zoned
category?
out there because I'm still looking at people cussing you in the comments about not knowing who Anderson .Paak is. People are grilling you.
I'll put you guys in the pack. How about that?
I'm sorry, I'm looking at people's comments in the chat. So best pop and R&B is Adele, Dua Lipa, Ed Sheeran, Griff, and Joy Crooks.
Okay, who's there's R&B really?
Dua Lipa a little bit. Some of the stuff she does. No, she's not.
No.
I tried.
No.
I tried to brush it. No, she's not. Pop. Yeah, Adele's not pop.
That's not. I mean, they're just trying to
There's
meet
no
a
one.
quota. There's no
maybe
one there.
Maybe Griff and Joy. I don't know who they are though. They sound like Griff and Joy sound like they're from Harry Potter.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know who they are.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Okay, here we go. This is the one. You don't die on this one because everyone's gonna lose faith in you, right?
Yeah.
Best hip hop grime. By the way, all these are categorized together. Hip hop, grime, and rap. Best.
Okay, I get that one because obviously it's a kind of the genre that comes from the same sort of. You can't have at Britwood. You can't have best grime, best rap, best drill. Okay. Who should be on there? They're gonna have Dave on there, obviously.
Yes.
Lil Sim's gonna be there.
Yes.
Really and truly, Potter Paper should be there.
No.
But he's not there. No, they don't want to put him there. I think they're a little bit scared. The industry's a little bit scared of him at the moment. Cool.
So
Tion Wayne there?
Nah.
Okay, wow.
I know. That's what you know what I was thinking. I was thinking he's had a big year.
Central C, obviously.
Yes. Yep. And so, someone else who had some tracks that really popped off this year. Come on, man.
Russ?
Nah. Like someone who bait though.
Skepta?
Nah. AJ Tracy.
AJ?
He had quite a few different tracks that went up.
Yeah, I guess so.
So you got AJ Tracy, Central C, Dave, Gets. I
think Gets should win it.
Gets' album was so sick.
I think Gets should win this. I
hope so because he has fucking been grinding for
years. For years. And I think Gets should win this just on the basis of that. And on the basis that
he's just so good.
He's still for the underground.
He's not just, but he's an artist.
Yeah, cause all the others I think
he's so unique as well.
Gets you win this because
Little Sims is in there as well.
It'll be too obvious. Gets a Little Sims for me.
Yeah. Someone asked me in the chat, the big boss man ask Bobby, who's the best rapper from Peckham, apart from Gigs.
For me, I actually, funnily enough, I'm gonna post it later on today. Last year or the year before, I done the top 50 or top 70 artists from Southwark, and
you done 70 people. Just
70 people. It's the video.
I can't even name 10.
The video's about 17 minutes long on YouTube. So search it. It's on Big Eagle Media. I'm actually gonna repost it on Instagram later on. And if memory serves me right, I had Kai's as number 2.
Is that who you're choosing then?
Kai's was number 2. I had Fixture number 3. If memory serves me right.
Well, someone's gonna check now. I'll let you know.
Yeah, someone check, let me know. But yeah, I think I had Kai's as number 2 and Fixture as number 3.
All right, cool. I don't know how many you had. How many did you say was in that video?
70.
How did you get 70?
I started doing it and I started thinking about people I remember.
To nominate you?
No, I started thinking about people who I remember. And
70?
Yeah, 70, yeah.
You remembered 70 people just from that area?
Yeah, I mean, I grew up in that area.
Yeah, so I know, but that's a lot, bro.
Yeah.
Wow. All right. That was mad. All right, on to the next topic. What we're chatting about next. People are still cussing you in the chat, by the way. I just thought I'd let you know. So Malta becomes the Malta. You say it. You can't. I'm like Malta.
I actually went there.
Malta.
Before Dubai, Malta was actually my last holiday.
You can't say it right. It's something we haven't say Malta.
Malta.
From where you're from. There's no T in Malta.
I feel like it should be one of them gangster movies. You want some Malta?
Malta.
We bodied her and took her to Malta, and then yeah.
My assistant actually the other day took the piss out of me, and I was asked her to get me some water, and she was like, she's from Ukraine. She went water. Yeah. I was like, what am I getting corrected from someone from Ukraine?
I realised Londoners don't pronounce their T's really and don't pronounce their H's. I got to my ass.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So they become the first ever European country to legalize cannabis, and obviously the main reason is that they're saying that the sooner we legalize cannabis, the sooner that it will end crime. Do you agree with that?
100%. I agree with it. It will reduce crime. I don't think it will eradicate crime in that sense, but it will reduce crime because if you make things legal now, like there's no people dying over cigarettes or alcohol, are there? I mean, people are dying maybe through addictions, but no one's dying through
illnesses.
Yeah, no one's dying through sort of violence of that. And because things are illegal, people will try and make money criminally. Things are very expensive, so that's what there's so much money in drugs. So yeah, of course, if you legal, and to be fair, cannabis, the natural stuff grown from the grass, not the sort of new things that they're doing to them with all the chemicals and that.
Because when they legalize it, it becomes regulated, they test it, etc.
Yeah, so
like I remember there was a New Year's party where I smoked with some, and I literally there was something in it, and me and two of my friends were like paralyzed.
Yeah, buddy.
Like not for time. Like I was on the floor, I literally on the floor where I was so high, and I couldn't. My mind was awake, but I couldn't move.
Yeah.
So I was like, and I was like, Colin, Mark, you're right. I was like, bro, I can't move. They're like, no, bro. So I don't know what was laced in there, but for about 10 minutes. It seemed like longer. It seemed like forever, but it was like 10 minutes in reality. But I was like, bro, I can't move. I'm so high. I can't move. Anyways, I don't know what was in there, bro.
Me, I mean, each their own. I've never tried any form of drugs at all. So I've never even smoked weed.
No.
I've never tried a cigarette. It just wasn't for me. I saw it into my football. That was the thing. But people want to take drugs. I mean, do you? But at the same time, is that if you do make it to a point that where it's all regular, even Class A, they can regulate Class A to a certain point that where it's done in an efficient way. There's clinics
in America where they give heroin addicts heroin.
Yeah.
Like they like prescription.
No,
because they got slowly get them.
Even in the UK, it happens in the jails. What's it called? You get the queue for it. I forgot what it's called. They got that all the heroin addicts will, when it's lunchtime, will be queuing up for their meth.
Methamphetamines.
What's it called? Everyone's called. I mean, the nickname was meth, but they're literally going to line up in the queue to go and get.
Otherwise, they get relapse.
Yeah, they get their
relapse. They get sick.
Cluck, yeah, they get sick. Yeah, so but yeah, for me, drugs plays a big part. Obviously in Malta, but also even in the UK in regards to how some of these criminal gangs operate. Me being involved in it when I was younger myself, I saw it for myself. Like territories, people getting jealous because this guy's making money. This one, no one bought me in, so he gets, and then someone's getting killed.
That's where the grind comes into it, basically.
One of my good friends, Anthony Ogazi, rest in peace, Nerds, he was killed in 2008 from a stab wound to the leg, got an artery. His son was just born 2 months before, and that was because people were trying to rob him for his cannabis.
Or his weed.
For his cannabis, yeah, because he used to sell a whole lot of cannabis. So yeah, soon as legalized, the better, because especially with cannabis, let's not talk about heroin and crack for the moment, but especially in regards to cannabis, it's not as harmful in terms of if it's regulated properly. But yeah, but Malta, like I went to Malta and I mean, obviously every country's got crime, but Malta was just so peaceful. It felt like a retreat for the elderly. Malta.
Well, now it's going to be a retreat to go get high.
Yeah, everyone's going
there. Because it's like Amsterdam. Like people are going to be going there now because they know they can smoke weed in the public and do what they want to do and buy it. That's why it's the only reason people go to Amsterdam. People ain't going there because they want to ride bikes around the city.
I mean,
or prostitution.
That begs the question: was Malta doing it to really reduce crime, or they just need money?
Do you know what? Their tourism's going to go through the roof.
100%.
And I think about all of the new businesses they're going to set up. Like, there is a smart move. No, it's a smart move because of what you just said, and it's a smart move financially.
100%.
But do you think that's going to make any difference of any other European country following suit?
100%. Everyone's following suit. I mean, America, which I always thought was one of the strictest.
America's dumb, innit? Because you got like, you could have one state where it's fine, and you walk over that state line, it's illegal, and you can go to prison for 10 years. And what is it's the most stupidest thing
And there's some
ever.
People, I guess it's just life, but there's some people who are still doing years and years in prison for things that it's legal now. So you should be like, guys, you're exonerated. Let's go home now. But yeah, it's gonna happen in the UK. It's gonna happen in France. It's gonna happen everywhere. Like cannabis is gonna be recognized soon, and that's why a lot of these people now are getting into it. Even Jay-Z has got his own.
I've invested in cannabis.
Yeah, you got a lot of people doing it.
I invested probably like 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And do you know what's the maddest? Do you know why I invested?
Yeah.
So I play Xbox, yeah.
Okay.
And one of the guys I play with, he's a lawyer. But I play Halo.
Yeah.
My group of friends on Halo are like global sales director of Google.
Okay, wow.
Lawyer. Like obviously I'm an entrepreneur. Like you think it's just that's how they chill out. Anyway, so he before he worked there, he used to work for one of the governors of Canada.
Okay.
And as like an assistant, because he wanted to get those ties, and he found out that they were going to pass the law to legalize it.
Okay.
Like years in advance. So he bought like loads of shares in loads of companies.
Okay, wow.
And so he was like, Chris, just put a little bit in, bro. And I was like, oh, all right. So I put like $5,000 in, and that was like years ago. And then they legalized it as well. But he retired.
Okay, I mean, you would do.
He's retired now. He was going to be a lawyer. He's a qualified lawyer, but he don't need to be. Now he just lives off the interest.
That's crazy.
It's jamming, bro. Crazy. Anyway, there's a lot of money to be made.
Invest in weed, apparently.
Dude, yeah, 100%. It's going to be big business. Can you imagine when they legalize it here? It's crazy. Like people that are early to market.
I think there's a guy even here. I can't remember if he's in Ipswich or Leicester. He became a billionaire. Because he started doing all the CBD oils and stuff like that. Again, early. Yeah. And he's a billionaire now. So yeah, man.
Now everyone's opening the one up expecting to make money. There's one in Woolwich, it's dead, bro.
Okay.
I walk past it every day, it's dead. There's no one in there.
Man, you have to start somewhere, man. You have to start somewhere. So big up the one in Woolwich, man.
No, there's more than one actually.
There's,
there's one near the station. There's one near where I get my hair. That's what I'm saying. Now they're everywhere.
Yeah.
The e-cigarette shops. And,
and
also they're CBD, or you got CBD oil. It's in everything. CBD is in everything. Yeah. There's products coming all over the place. Cosmetics, all over the place. Anyways, so yeah, I hope it goes well. All right, let's jump into Jake Paul, Tyron Woodley.
To be fair, I don't know who the hell Tyron Woodley was until I heard apparently he used to be an MMA fighter.
No, yes, dude. He put some respect on his name a little bit, even though he's lost a lot of respect. He was, the champion for time, defended his belt UFC. Multiple times. Yeah. So he had a long run. Actually, he was in the talks for greatest of all time in that division at that weight. And then basically the last couple of fights in the UFC, he just couldn't pull the trigger, and he got gun shy and he lost fights. He was just boring, dude. Like you stay up till 3 a.m. to watch him, and you're like, Tyron, don't ever disrespect my time like that ever again. And even all my friends, we got like a WhatsApp group. We're like, cannot believe we stayed awake for that fight. And then obviously he lost the first fight, which was just crazy. Again, only lost the first fight because he just wouldn't punch. The guy's he's a physical specimen. Yeah. But he got gun shy, and then this time it was the most. I watched it. I stayed up till 5 a.m. to watch this fight. It was so boring, dude. The first couple of rounds, I was like, oh my God, I want to go sleep. It's so boring. And he just hit him out of nowhere with that punch.
I saw it on social media today.
The little thing with the glove.
There was a sign like, I'm about to hit you now, so
I saw that. Out. So basically he does this with his wrist. Yeah. And Tyron really goes like this. And then he knocks him out. Yeah. But but there's also another video if you watch it where he does that the entire fight. It's like it's a tick though. Like I mean, if you fight him next time, not a tick, like every time, before he throws a punch, he does this.
Can we look at all his old fights and see that he does that?
I don't know, but he did that bare times during this.
But yeah, so I mean,
do you think Big Boss Man thinks it's a fixed fight?
Yeah, because think about it. But if Jake Paul loses, straight away he kind of loses that credibility, and these guys, Tyron Woodley,
the money fights more.
Yeah, so Tyron Woodley, like I said, I don't follow UFC.
How much did you have to get paid though? Because obviously he was getting paid $500,000, and then $500,000 if he would have knocked him out, he would have had to pay him
he would have paid him
so much millions.
Remember, he makes so much, so maybe gave him 2-3 million, right?
But did you see But Tyron Woodley's face after. His mum's in the ring.
He don't care about that. He's gonna go, Mum, don't worry, I'm getting you a new car. You don't care about that,
bro. In front of the whole world.
Think about it. You're telling me you're a trained athlete. You've been doing this for years, and Jake Paul just decided, you know what, I'm gonna be a boxer today. Start training.
Again, this is the thing. Everyone keeps saying Jake Paul's a YouTuber. No, the guy's an athlete.
No, cool.
The guy's good.
Cool, but he's
not great.
No, but he just started fighting.
Boxing's a different thing, though.
Cool, but no, I'm saying he just started fighting compared to someone who's been fighting their whole life.
It's been a while. It's been like a couple of years now. He's been fighting.
A couple of years, and compared to someone who's been fighting their whole life.
Boxing and MMA is different, bro.
Yeah, but still,
it's a different sport.
Listen, there is no.
If it was MMA, Tyron Woodley would slam him on his back and choke him out.
There is no. That's like me saying, okay, cool. Ronaldo's been a footballer all these years. Cool. So I'm gonna start playing football a couple of years, and me and Ronaldo are gonna compete, and I'm gonna beat him in every single skill set. It's bullshit. It's all fake.
I hope he didn't. If it is fixed, then I just
100%. Because where is it? It all builds the whole illusion. Okay, who's gonna beat Jake? Exactly.
Him and all that. Yeah.
It's all.
I don't think Tommy Fury. I do believe his whole breaking his rib or hurting his rib and getting a bacterial infection, whatever. But it did make him like a mug though that he dropped out just before. But if he's ill and he's got
I mean, what does it do for the credibility of? And I mean, there has been this conversation, right? Do you even need to become a professional boxer anymore? You can just be a YouTuber with a lot of following, KSI that has been doing it, and you get a bit of a following.
Mayweather fought his brother, Logan Paul.
That's what I'm saying.
For fucking, he got like 100 mil for it or something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like, for boxers who fight and do this, they can't get nothing
on the undercard.
It's mad.
Imagine that, you're a world champion boxer and you're on the undercard.
Do you even feel good about that?
And Jake Paul.
Do you even feel good about that?
I don't think they feel good about it, but what they do feel good about is the fact they have a percentage of the pay-per-view. And because Logan Paul and Jake Paul both have 20 million subscribers each on YouTube, just let alone their Instagrams, your pay-per-view is now 10 times the return.
And guys, so you hear that, right?
In their pocket.
Logan Paul and Jake Paul got 20 million subscribers each. We've only got 70,000, so you guys need to get to work. Subscribe.
The easy plug. Oh, God.
Yeah, I think it's a fix, but yeah.
Someone said a comment in here. I don't know. A question. I don't know what it means that you probably don't do. Whatever happened to Gabsy, Bobby?
Oh, Gabsy from Peckham. Oh, I think they've gone on to go and watch this thing I talk about Peckham. Because before it starts, I say Shout out to Stats and Gabsy. You're the only two people who I remember rapping from back in the day whose I couldn't find any tracks of you guys. But then I found Stats. Big up Stats. He made my Ludo board. I got a new Ludo board that Stats made for me last year for Christmas. Board? Ludo.
What's that?
Oh, Ludo? You know Ludo? No. The board game.
Same way that you don't know who fucking Silk Sonic is.
I mean, you're more likely to know Ludo than Silk Sonic. Everyone knows Ludo.
What is it? A board game?
Yeah.
I didn't play board games, man.
Okay, cool. But yeah, board game. But Gabsy, like, I don't know what Gabsy's on, but shout out Gabsy.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, I feel like the next fight's gonna be big. It's one of those they're gonna replay that knockout everywhere, all over social media. Made him look like an absolute dickhead. It was clean punch, and he literally was out cold.
He don't care. He woke up.
I think he does. How can, as a former world champion, as a respect, as a man, as everything?
Do you see what people do for money after the careers are done? People go on like celebrity. Come down, no,
get me out of here.
Get me out of here. Because like people need the money. So
would you ever go on Celebrity Get Me Out of Here?
I mean, I ain't got a career, so why not? I ain't got a career, why not?
Bobby, on doing the spider, would you be eating all those madnesses and the spiders and all that?
To be fair, I'll be the first one kicked out because I'll be refusing to do anything. But I'll get my bag.
There must be a clause though that you can't get all your money if you just duck out straight away.
Yeah, but I don't think I could do it. Like creepy crawly snakes, things like that. It's not
what would you do then? Nothing, basically.
I never watch it, to be fair.
And you would complain about being hungry, and you just be like,
I eat a lot.
You know, you'll be good viewing just to see you complaining.
Yeah.
As a viewer, just like
I complain all the time, so it'd be like, oh fucking no, he's on again. Let's vote him out. Get him back on Big E.
No, they will literally purposely keep you in there because you're just.
But that's a tactic some people use. Like you hear people, oh yeah, he's moaning a lot just so that the people will keep him on. I don't know, but I don't really watch it, to be fair. The only thing I used to watch back in the day of that sort was Big Brother.
There's like, you know what? Let's just switch to some questions on you. Bob, we got some questions for you, bro.
Go on, then.
Bare questions. People are going in. All right. So, Bobby, what do you think of Gerrard taking over Villa?
I think that's a good move for him. Aston Villa are actually quite a big team traditionally in the UK, and I think it's brave of him as well because he's going to be comfortable in Rangers for a few years, pick up a few trophies, wait for Klopp to leave Liverpool and go there. But he said, you know what, fuck that, I'm going to go and join the Premiership, the biggest league in the world, and compete. So yeah, shout out to Gerrard.
Cool. And then another one is Tyson said, what advice would you give to his little brother who didn't blow in football but still has the love for it?
How old is he? Depends how old he is.
How old is he, Tyson? Let us know. I'm assuming he obviously didn't make it professionally, but still loves it. But you're right. That age question is number one question.
Yeah, it definitely depends on the age.
Yeah, cool. Whilst we go for that reply, then almost don't want to talk about this because it's so upsetting. As a father, it's just hard to even comprehend. Like, you know, mother of two young sets of twins, obviously died in a house fire.
I mean, this one day.
Where do you even start, bro?
It's crazy because on the day it happened.
By the way, 25. quickly introduction. He's 25.
25.
Yeah. Too late
to make it pro. Yeah, but you can still come play some pro. Come play with Hackney Casino, man. If you're local, we're on a break right now for Christmas. But come back in the new year. But I almost want to come back to that because, like I said, we're touching on a serious subject here. Yeah. I mean, to have twins is a blessing. But to have two sets of twins a year apart, 3 years old and 4 years old, that's unheard of, right? Oh, yeah. And on that day that happened, I was out celebrating my sister's twins' birthday. They turned 5, so only a year older than the other ones. They turned 5 and we went to go and eat somewhere. And I heard a story and I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Who leaves 3-year-old and 4-year-old?
What was the context? Were they just out? Like, I can't remember. I didn't really find out where they just out and about. Like, what the hell? Like, who just leaves two sets of basically kids at home?
I mean, I was trying to say, okay.
That's like leaving our daughters together.
That's the thing.
See you later.
I was thinking, what could have happened? Did the electric run out? You thought, Olympic could run out to the electric? But there's no way you should leave your children at home.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't
matter what it is. I can't even give any excuse for that. I don't know what the circumstances is. Was it the postman came out? You went downstairs to go. I don't know where it is, but that is tragic. And I just I got a 3-year-old child and a 13-year-old, but especially the 3-year-old. Like, that's that age group there. And imagine that, how scared they would have been as well if they saw the fire. and not know what to do.
Yeah,
that's mad. I don't know, man. I don't really want to talk about this one too much because it's a bit heartbreaking.
It's going to be interesting to see what the punishment, if you want to call it that, is.
I mean, on the other side, just talking about mothers, we saw the other one the other day where a mother went out. So the group of kids went to go and look for her son. They're knocking on the door, trying to look for her son to fight him or do whatever. She's called the police and said, look, if you don't, guys, come and sort these kids out, I'm going to batter one of them. So her sons come back and she's driven her and her sons to where the other kids are, and her sons have ended up stabbing and killing the kid. She got convicted of murder with her son. She drove her son with a knife. He had a knife, and they've went and killed the people that came to her house. So I can understand it from her point of view, not the killing at all. I can understand it from her point of view that where young people have come to her house, causing trouble, looking for her son. But call the police and leave it at that. She's then felt the violation. She's jumped into the vehicle with her son, and then he's killed her. I mean, they've killed the other kid. Her and her son being convicted of murder. So now Christmas. How old's her son? I think her son's 19. So you've taken your son to go and commit murder. Now you've both been convicted of murder. Now you're sitting there in jail. And of course, people will say, oh, you don't know what these kids were like and so on. I hear that. But let's look at hindsight now. Like that split second of, oh, fuck it, let's go and get revenge for them coming to the house. Or it could be, you know what? Let's call the police, let the police deal with this matter. Now look, your Christmas around the corner, you're sitting in jail, your son's sitting in jail, you guys are going to be spending the next 15, 16 years away from each other. And someone's lost their life. Someone's lost their lives. Because you couldn't let it go. And like I said, I guess none of us have been in that circumstance because sometimes we're human, we act out of impulse. If someone's come to my house to cause trouble, it may be a thing that where I want to go and fight. But that teaches me a lesson that, you know what, you have to be mindful of your actions. It's crazy. It's crazy. Do you know, I've got to point something out though. Listen, RTP, you're in the chat, but you're late, bro. We're disappointed. RTP, what's going on, RTP? He's late though, innit? You're now a late RTP. I'm upset about it. You here? Yeah, put those eyes in it. You put the eyes like that. You know the emoji in there. Shout out RTP though, man. He's been every single episode you're there, man. So big up your thing, man. Yeah, but yeah, that's crazy, man. That is absolutely crazy. What else is going on? Someone asked Bobby, John. He said jollof rice, or how do I say that? Ntaba. Oh, Taba all day, man. Taba all day. Is the end just silent? Yeah. Well, it's kind of nice. Ntaba. So like Ntaba. So Ntaba, but you say the end quickly. I never tried that. Taba. Obviously tried jollof rice, but not that. So what's the favourite? Oh, Taba. It goes without saying, man. Oh, you almost discussed it at the question. Yeah, I mean, they knew that reaction was coming in. I mean, especially as me as a Congolese man, why would I be back in the Nigerian food? I'll be back in Congolese food. And plus, you guys know I sell Bob's Taba, so of course it's Taba all day. Everyone's been clamoring for me to jump back on it, but soon. So look, bruv, if I ever see you come to my house on a bike, on Deliveroo, it'll make my whole day. Can you imagine you turn up to someone's house or the Deliveroo, you turn up? That'll kill me, bruv. I'll be filming and vlogging. I'll be like, Shay Barra, put this up. Bobby delivering my Deliveroo. I mean, there's no shame in it. Guys, people are delivering you on a little bike with a big backpack will just kill me. If times ever get hard, you'll catch me on Deliveroo or Just Eat at your door, delivering whatever food you want, man. Definitely. Oh, shit. Well, listen, saying that though, I watched an interview the other day with Deliveroo's owner, and he does Deliveroos. Imagine that, look at that. He goes like, because they are CEO and founder of Deliveroo in London. Okay. He lives in London. And he's a like Chinese guy, like quite small. You'd never know, bruv, that he's the owner. And he says once a month he goes out and does a couple of hours. Wow. And on a pedal bike. That's crazy. And delivers Deliveroos. So he's that's like, mad. And he asks them like, what, like, he goes like, he's had some bad reviews as well. Yeah. I mean, not him personally. Like, he went to like a chicken shop to pick up some food, and the guy behind was bare rude to him, like, take the food. Yeah. And he's like the owner of Deliveroo. Anyways, but it's good that people are doing that. That's mad. Oh, that'd be funny, man. What else are we talking about? So Premier League decide that they're like, whatever, Boris, we're still going to let all games go ahead and do what we want. Boris hasn't technically come out and said, you guys must do this. Recommended. But it's like they have been telling them, like, guys, maybe call it off. But it's done. We can't, you have to go, this is the content, and everyone, let us know what you think, like me, what you think. You can go and eat in a restaurant where I'm sitting next to you like this, no mask. But I can't go in Sainsbury's without a mask on when I'm not near people. And
I can't go in Sainsbury's without a mask, but I can go to a football game.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
It's the most stupid rules ever.
But I think in regards to the Premier League, the festive period is the busiest moment. It's where the money's spinning. Is everyone's at home watching festive football. And to be fair, Boxing Day football is the biggest sporting event of the year for us. So,
but then don't tell me not to go and Sainsbury's Tesco with a mask on when you're letting that go ahead. It's so dumb.
Yeah, I mean they're gonna Premier League are never going to do that because there's so much money involved.
All the sponsors,
TV rights. Yeah, that's the biggest. BT Sports, Sky, everyone. So yeah, they're never going to stop that. So yeah, more money, more problems or less problems according to the Premier League.
They don't care. They're going to do what they want.
Yeah.
They literally, even if the government really come and shut off, they could, but they're not going to because they'll just get backhanded. They're like, just let us go. Here's the money.
All the taxes the Premier League pays, all the players, all the taxes they pay, they're gonna let them play.
Yeah, fair enough. I love this. Is turned into an Ask Bobby. We should do like an episode called Ask Bobby.
Why
and
not?
Let's do that. So we should do what we do. Everyone, every late night London, every Tuesday, we'll do a round called Ask Bobby, and that's going to be your moment to get your questions in. So we've got who's a bigger Peckham legend, Rio Ferdinand or Giggs?
Ooh.
You're trying to be careful right now, aren't you?
I'm trying to be careful.
Because I know you've been chatting to one of them recently.
No, you know what? Both.
No.
I'm gonna pick one.
Okay.
But I'm getting to the point, right? Both legends in their own rights, right? Giggs obviously got a personal relationship because we grew up in the same area. I mean, so did Rio, but Rio's much older. But Giggs was like family, basically, right? But because of my love of football, and football is my thing.
Literally.
And Rio Ferdinand growing up, I remember when he scored that goal in the World Cup in 2002 and he done it all. It has to be real, man. But shout out Giggs, of course. Shout out, they're all representing Peckham. I mean, the other day I put myself in there. I put all these Peckham great people.
And
I put myself in there. Yes,
what, in the top 10?
Yeah, I put myself in the top 10.
That is gas. You're not allowed to do that by default. By default, you're not allowed to do that. What else we got here? Does Bobby think that drill music makes kids act more violently towards each other, or does it just reflect society? Norman coming with the hard questions.
Norman, a bit of both. It's the same we said about grime, same that we said about rap, same we said about rock back in the day. Remember they used to tell people, oh, rock and roll is crazy, it's for the devil and so on. So it's a bit, like I say this, right? Music gives you a feeling. When people go to the gym, they're not gonna play ballet in the gym, right? Because it's not gonna make you feel motivated, right? So there's certain sort of frequency of music that makes you feel a certain way, but it shouldn't make you act a certain way. Now, what comes with drill is the disrespect with some of the lyrics. For example, now, Russ will make a song.
Which will lead to that.
No, but I'm saying Russ will make a song and make body. That's fun. Everyone's having fun. RD jumps in and goes, if you've seen the state of her body, mad. Everyone's having a good time. However, where it becomes dangerous when people are now cussing each other and saying, oh, I'm smoking on your dead ops and think that's where the issue lies. So I wouldn't say it's dual music itself per se. I'll say it's individuals that use dual music to put out a certain message.
Yeah. And I love the way people are clarifying, and by the way, we mean the rapper Giggs. I think we got that one.
We definitely got that one. I didn't mean Ryan Giggs, yeah.
Yeah, that would be jokes. Oh, God. Oh, this is getting ridiculous. People are like, Bobby, do you believe in flat earth? Of the globe. No.
Have you guys watched that?
I love the way he put it all in capital letters and he wrote big question.
The thing is,
General.
you must have seen the episode. I think that's one of my favorite ever episodes I've done on Big Ego Media.
You actually did an episode about flat earthers?
I done an episode.
That's why they're saying it?
Yeah, I done an episode with someone from Flat Earth who believed in Flat Earth.
No way.
Remember,
I have not seen this. When was that?
It was like maybe a couple months ago. I'm a space geek.
What?
I love the universe.
They came to the studio?
Yeah, they come to the studio, yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah, they come
I'm
to the
watching
studio,
the episode.
Yeah. And that's one of my favorite episodes ever.
Where were they based? How did you find this person?
No, he's from Stratford. He's local. He's from Stratford.
A local flat earther?
Yeah, he's man them.
Oh, he's man them.
Yeah. So, but like, He's on these conspiracies, and then we actually had a great conversation.
Where's he think that the edge of the thing? Where's it tip off?
Yeah, you guys have to watch it again. You guys have to watch it again. But honestly, the Earth is not flat.
That is so
The Earth
funny.
is 100% not flat. It's a globe. It's a spear, and we'll leave it at that.
I'd love to have someone like that on the show. Just to have a chat with them.
I mean, his name's Cockney Black, so yeah, we can get him on here one day. So yeah,
that's funny. His name's funny. His name's great as well.
Yeah.
That's a good name. The best thing is he white?
No, he's black.
I know, if he was white, it'd be the best. Can you imagine if he was white? And he's not
even from East London, he's African. No, I'm joking. I think
he should do that just to troll everyone. Oh, crazy. All right, before we wrap up, hour's gone already. That's crazy. Last thing, what we talk, you said this when you came in today, that man that was convicted 20 years after killing a pensioner because of the DNA.
Yeah, man. Yeah, this is the news. There's a guy from Brixton. He killed an old lady. He mugged an old lady. Him and his friend. There was a mugging spree, and they mugged I think she's an 88-year-old, and she ended up dying from her injuries. Obviously, he went on and continued with his life for the next 18 years, and then must have been arrested for something, and then DNA has finally caught up with him, and DNA said, well, it was you, and he's been convicted and given 18 years in prison. So can you imagine that, like 18 years later?
He thought he got away with it.
Thought he got away with it. And he might have just thought, I mean, I can't be here and go Mr. Wrong and Strong and say, oh, you're so wrong, because I used to do conspiracy to rob. I used to rob cash and transit vans. What I didn't ever try to do was rob individual people, right? However, robbing an old lady, come on, it's an old lady. You don't do that.
That's another level of love.
Yeah, you don't do that. I mean, we used to rob security vans, which is wrong. 100% is wrong. But you don't rob an old lady who's 88 years old and then she end up dying. And then, I mean, justice caught up with him now, and he's gonna spend the next 2 decades in jail now.
So did you say did he get a year for every year that he got away with it, kind of?
More or less, basically, yeah.
Close enough.
Yeah, more or less. So now he's going to be coming out towards his 60s, and then, yeah, life's done now.
For like a couple £100 or a phone that you robbed.
Imagine as well, you're robbing it. I think he got £15 from her.
Oh.
£15.
Oh, mate. So he's got more years than pounds.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Someone asked, was there any white people in your gang in Peckham Gang?
There wasn't, I mean, it wasn't even like a gang like that, to be fair, but there was, I mean, people don't know this, right? White Yardie used to be Mandem. White Yardie, Harry, used to hang around with the Mandem back in the day. So he was about, he's a funny guy now, but people don't understand, like, White Yardie was about. There's a few different, I don't want to say people's names and that, but there's a few people that are around. Yeah, gangs ain't really about race, really. It's about who lives locally.
Yeah.
That's what it was, yeah.
RTP coming with conspiracy theories. You want to hear them?
Go on, let's hear this conspiracy theory.
So he's saying there's a new paradigm. I love the fact that you use big words like paradigm. That means it's serious, isn't it? The new paradigm we're entering will also use DNA like no other time. So one company apparently is using the data that everyone's given them from using the PCR tests.
Okay.
And putting them all in a database, and the government are getting that data and they're tracking it back to other crimes. Okay. Because now they've got bare data. Think about it. Every single person in the UK has done a PCR test.
Oh my God. I'm like...
What was that? You got to go.
No.
What crime did you do, Bobby?
You've just hit the nail on the head. I never thought about that.
Mad.
Because before...
Now they've got everyone's data.
Because before, you had to get arrested.
Yeah.
For them to get your DNA.
They've got everyone's DNA.
And I was saying this a few years ago, right? In terms of Snapchat.
Oh, he
right?
got you. RTV, you see how hard you got him with this conspiracy?
Oh, yeah. I love these things, right?
He got you.
I remember Snapchat come out. My sister, Snapchat, do your videos. I said to them then, right? All they're doing is capturing your face recognition. And these facial recognition are being matched up to the system. So when you're walking by Tesco's, there goes Chris. Oh, there goes Bobby. And you don't even know, but they've got your face. So anything happens, they track, okay, who was there? You see them CCTV things where it's tracking people's face.
Yeah, same way, like if in your phone, like we were saying the other day, if you click on a photo in your mobile, it brings up all the other photos that are the same because it recognizes your face in the photo.
100%. But I never actually thought about that, right? They've got everyone's DNAs.
Data.
Everyone's DNAs.
We were like, here you go. So now we've got COVID passports, we've got facial recognition, we've got a DNA.
Big brother, listen.
They're tracking us through Google Maps. They got everything.
I don't know if anyone's religious or not. I think we need to go back and read, what's the last book in the Bible? What's it called again?
The last book in the Bible?
Revelations. Revelation talks about this, you know?
What? This? What
Revelation talks about this. I need to go back and read Revelation. Someone give me the scripture in Revelation where it talks about how they're gonna have all of ourselves and the sign of the beast. So all this, it's all happening. It's all happening.
Do you know what, RTB? It doesn't even sound like a conspiracy now. It's a fact.
It's a fact.
The fact is they all have our DNA right now.
Because it's gone somewhere and they've got it now. And I just realized that how can we take everyone's civil liberties by taking all their DNAs without arresting them? Because before, someone goes, give me a DNA. No, what the fuck am I giving my DNA for? All right, give me a DNA because we need to make sure you ain't got COVID.
The guy who invented the PCR test already came out and said that it don't work. And it doesn't actually, it's not a thing. Like, basically, it doesn't even measure where you have COVID. It's more likely to give you a false result than a real one.
I'll give up,
It's the same reason now in countries, you can't use that to get in the country now. They have to use the other one.
Yeah.
What's the other one called again? Oh, my brain's dead right now.
Lateral, no, I don't know. The other one, the other one.
Whatever the new way of doing it, because that other way is just bullshit.
Yeah.
Basically. The same reason when you got to put it in the tube and you send it off to actually to a
literally they've got everyone's DNA now. So all of you guys who committed crimes before and I got away with that one, they've got your DNA now. So when they link those things back up, that's how my man probably got caught now.
RTP made a good point. It's like the Chinese credit score. You heard about all that?
I've heard about that too, yeah.
The way that works. Like you're measured on everything and you get like a human being credit score. It's crazy, not a financial one. Like you could cross the road and you didn't wait for the lights. It's like now you get penalized.
What's the show? Channel 4 show.
Oh,
Jonathan Ross's wife writes it, I think, or
that didn't help no one.
You know the show Black Mirror?
Black Mirror.
Have you seen that episode of Black Mirror?
I was thinking Black Mirror, by the way. I was like,
have you seen the episode of Black Mirror?
I thought Black Mirror was Netflix.
No, but it used to be on Channel 4 back in the day. I don't think it's Jennifer Ross's wife or someone anyway.
You just mentioned he said loads of wrong facts.
No. But no.
Was Black Mirror on
It used to be on Channel 4. 100% it used to be on Channel 4.
I've only ever known it for Netflix.
No, I used to see it on Channel 4. But it's like that episode where it's all based on social currency, basically.
It's crazy.
If I walk over to you and I say, hi, Chris, and you didn't say hi back, I'm like, okay, cool, I'm going to mark him 0.
Ali, we are probably confusing lateral flow with PCR. So I think we got confused.
But I could say hello to you, and you didn't say hello back. Like, oh, Chris didn't say hello to me. Okay, I'm going to mark him 0.
Oh, so, yeah, and it's crazy.
So everywhere you go, it's sort of marking you on your record, and then you're part of society, you're not part of society. And Black Mirror...
That's what social media does now.
Yeah, but that's
already doing that.
But that's what I always tell people. I always tell people this all the time, yeah? Don't look at these films and think of it for like it's bullshit. RoboCop, Matrix, Terminator, Universal Soldier. All of these, I've been telling us.
You went a bit mad with the Universal Soldier.
Yeah, I went a bit mad with the Universal Soldier. But I haven't.
The Matrix is more likely than Universal Soldier. I
haven't. Why have I got mad?
Universal Soldier is a big film, by the way.
No, but think about it. Universal Soldier, right? They've got all these robots now, right?
They program. Well, you heard about the news. There's another conspiracy. You want to hear another conspiracy theory? So, which is quite a few people saying it. They're saying that inside the vaccines, they have like nanobots. And those nanobots basically can control you. And the nanobot, by the way, this is not my opinion. This is what I've heard. Yeah. And that those nanobots can connect with 5G. And the 5G frequency connects to the nanobots and then they can control you, basically.
Have you watched the latest James Bond?
Yeah.
It shows. Remember, in the James Bond, it shows they've got the thing that goes... Sorry if you watch... I ruined James Bond for you.
I was trying not to... No, that doesn't really ruin it. They don't even know what
but exactly
James Bond was a long movie.
Oh, long. But nearly 2 hours.
I was like, loudest.
I thought I was watching Lord of the Rings. I went with my partner's mum and like... It was a long film, but I really enjoyed it.
It's like 3 hours.
I think 2.5 hours.
It felt like 3 hours, man. It was long.
You know what happens to James Bond? No, I won't say it.
Yeah. No, don't say that. Yeah. People like Demolition Man.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Minority Report, definitely.
Minority Report. Yeah, that should be number 1 that everyone's to watch out for. But in terms of Universal Soldier, you're saying that's left field.
No, I made me laugh because it's like Van Damme. I was just joking.
But think about it. Judge Dredd as well. But think about it, right? Is that they've got all these robots now, right? Soon the police will be robots who can identify you just by your facial recognition. Come, oh, what's your name? Paul. Your name ain't Paul. Your name is Bobby Kasanga. How do you know? Well, our system tells us through our... So it's all coming.
We saw you on YouTube.
Yeah.
Done. Yeah. There's more simple reasons.
I mean, yeah.
It's all coming. We've got to wrap up at some point, everyone.
Let's wrap up. Last question.
This is probably quite a big question, though. Bless asked... He was like, ask Bobby. All right, I'm going to ask him, bro. What's the difference between Hackney and Peckham?
I think this guy... I was trying to go through all my messages today. There's so many, but I think someone asked me, "Oh, can you do a story time on Peckham and what's the difference between Peckham and Hackney?" I'll tell you what the difference between Peckham and Hackney is. Tune in next week.
Oh, you're such.
Tune in next week and I'll tell you. Tune in next week, I'll tell you.
My tablet. Well, thanks for tuning in, everyone. Yeah, it's episode 3.
Appreciate it, guys.
Let us know if you're enjoying it.
Subscribe, share it, tell your friends to join us every single Monday. It's hopefully gonna start at 7 p.m, but it might be 10 past 7, it might be 7:15, but we'll try to get to a time where
you don't know it's not because of me.
I was here on time.
Bro, barely.
Good 15 minutes on time.
You know,
it was a new editor over there.
No, it was actually me. It was actually me messing it up.
Oh, there you go.
It's my fault. It's my fault. But also in the comment section below, make sure you subscribe to the Late Night London YouTube channel itself. It's the link below. Make sure you subscribe to that because we post other content there. And we'll see you all next week. And just also let us know. I look at the comments, so let us know topics, questions, anything you want us to discuss. Let us know. Also, DM Bobby on Instagram.
Because I couldn't see all the actual comments because we're live. So all the questions you guys have asked while we've been on, we ask them once this thing goes live. Once it goes on the channel.
I literally asked every question to you.
No, but I'm saying cool. But I want to just see.
There's more.
So I want to see who's actually how many. Because obviously I can see over there.
All right.
But just re-ask all the stuff again on the comments or other things you want to ask. Not here on the live, but once the video gets posted after we end.
Are we doing next week? Because it's Christmas. We're not doing next week.
It's a Monday.
Monday. When's Christmas?
No, that's Saturday.
So we're doing it on Monday?
Yeah, we'll do it on Monday. We'll do Monday. Why not? 27th.
So we're doing Monday? All right, we are back next week.
See you next week, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Got to double press it twice.